I'm Dallas Darden, and I'm here with head cross-country coach Emily Roy, and I'm here with a few questions for her today. So to start off, this is a little bit about yourself, like what's your background, a little bit about you.
I'm from Sweetwater, Tennessee, just a little bit down the road. And I've been coaching and teaching at Sweetwater High School for the last 18 years and still doing that this year too, with this being a part-time job. And I have been running throughout, since about age 14 or so. Ran track and cross country in high school, and ran cross country at Lee University in Cleveland, Tennessee. And then have been coaching and running kind of recreationally since then and done several marathons and all in the meantime too. So got a couple kids.
As we know, this is Pellissippi's first year having an athletic department really, so what's it like for you being the first coach, I guess, in school history?
It's exciting, and I'm really happy to have had that opportunity to be on the first, be involved with the inaugural season. There's some tricky things about it, just learning the ropes and everything, coming in first year with everybody else too, but it's fun, it's exciting to be part of that first group.
And so I guess going off of that, what's it like building your program like in your eyes, like the way you want it to be?
I like the idea of that. It was a little bit hard to recruit from the beginning just because we came in the game a little bit late, but there were several already coming to Pellissippi that wanted to be on the team, and so it was fairly easy to add who was interested in going, and some good runners too. So,
how's your first season going for you to this point?
Well, cross country's finished. We've got one more meet with the half marathon, and I think it's gone pretty well. There's not a ton of cross country teams in our region, but us and Walter State on the guys' side were kind of the heavy competitors, and I think they beat us once, if I remember correctly, and I think we beat them other than that. So I felt like the guys did pretty well, and that team has been going for about 4 years, I think, and just enjoyed having that competition with them. Rome State has a newish team too, I think, and they did well too. And our girls didn't have a full team every single meet, but they did a good job too and competed decently, I think. So.
And you mentioned your past experiences in cross country and running. So how has that helped you into coaching and helping your team?
Yeah. Well, as I said, I've been coaching for about 18 years at the high school level, so that's a little different from the college level, and you're not recruiting necessarily, outside of the school. But I do, feel like I've had plenty of experience training runners and, being self-coached just in my personal running. And I'm not super competitive, but just had plenty of experience knowing what to do, knowing how to race, and proper ways to train and all. So I think it's paid off. So.
Did you set any goals for this season, and if you did, what were they?
Well, I knew that we weren't allowed to compete in the postseason with regionals and nationals and all. So I didn't necessarily have a goal as far as that went, but I just, was hoping that we would be competitive with the other JUCOs that we were competing against, and I think we did a decent job at that. Next year, I think I will have some more concrete goals when we're allowed to compete in the region. And the bigger meet or two that we did, I felt like we did a decent job as a junior college also. So I might try to, look a little more closely at that and have some more concrete goals next time. But I would love to win the region for both teams next year, but we'll see how that goes.
Since you said going into next year, that was kind of where my next question was leading to. What do you plan to build on for going into next year?
Well, I think we have several runners that intend to come back, so they've had a good experience this year, and they'll be in shape hopefully for next season, and hopefully a few of them want to run some unattached track meets and things like that. So I think that several of them are excited about it, and they're just going to carry that momentum on into next season hopefully, and then add a few new faces to hopefully add to our roster and pad it a little bit. So get a few more girls especially, I would like to.
That's basically all the questions I had. Is there anything else that you would like to talk about?
Well, I was pretty impressed with the way that we competed as a team, and especially some individuals too, like Jocelyn Chapoco de Grado was one of my runners, and she won the half marathon in our first season being there, and she's somebody that's got a full-time job and a child and is married, and so she's not able to be here a lot, but she's still putting in a lot of time outside of her job and her family and excelling when she's competing. And Jarrett Morton won multiple meets, small meets where we had junior colleges, and then like Maryville College, there were several schools there too. So he came in from Farragut and just was super fast, a great racer, and he did a really good job too. And several other runners that had done a great job. So just glad with how everybody performed, really.
Well, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.